the main objective is to understand the concept of friend function. Now, uh, first, what do you know? What do you mean by friend function? As you already know that private member of a class we cannot access outside the class. Okay, but if there is a situation, right? There you want to use more than one member function in more than two classes. Okay, for example, your class, your member function name is income tax. Now as you know that everyone pay income tax, right? Income tax everyone pays to the government. Now suppose I want to calculate this income tax member function, right? And this I want to share between the two classes, class manager and class scientist. So what I want to share the one member function, right, within two classes. If this is the situation, so in that case who will help you? The friend function will help you. So friend function is a normal C++ function and which can access the private member of a class, okay, in whom you have declared as a friend function. Means other than member function, with the help of friend function also you can access the private member of your class. Now what are the characteristics of your friend function? So it is not in the scope of the class to which it is declared as a friend, because when you write down any friend function, so either it can be in one class or it can be in two class, and it is just option, it is just alternative, that if you want to implement a friend function concept, then you can go for friend function. Okay, then it is not scope of the class, it cannot be called using an object of the class. Okay, and it can be invoked like a normal C++ function without any help of the any object. Okay, and like your member function, it cannot access the data member directly, but we have to use the object and dot operator. It can access the data member, but it cannot access the data member directly, so we have to use some syntax. Okay, and it can be declared either in public or private section of a class, so you can declare anywhere you want to declare a friend function. So based on member function, we will have two programs. Okay, in this presentation I will explain you two programs. So first is write a program to declare a class sample using friend function, calculate average of two numbers. So this is the program. So in this program we will see what we have to declare. Class name is sample and you have to calculate the average of the two numbers. So you have to take the average of the two numbers, okay, from the user, and then again class name is sample. Okay, so we will see include iostream.h header file, class name is sample, then int val1 val2. So these are the two numbers. So instead of val1 val2, you can take num1 and num2. So in public access specifier we have get function. Get function will take the value from the user with the help of cout and cin. And in now after that we will write down the friend function which will calculate the average of the two numbers. Now see in this friend function how you will write down. Friend is a keyword, then again average, so we will calculate the average in float, and the member function name is the mean, right? So mean we have given the name. And see, as already in characteristics we have seen that yes, we cannot access directly the private members, we have to call the class objects. Okay, so we will write down the class name, that is sample, and then your object name, that is the OB. Now we can access the data members from the class sample. How? That we will see in next. After this, see, now you are declaring the friend function. So friend function definition should be outside your class. So it is the good habit that if you will write down the friend function definition outside your class. So in outside class, it is required that you should write from here float, mean, sample, OB. Okay, sample is the class name, OB is the object. Now we will access the object with the help of object name, then member access operator. So OB dot val1, OB dot val2. Now generally friend function carries return statement only. So return float OB dot val1 plus OB dot val2 divided by 2. So this is the flow because we want minimum, right? So how we will calculate minimum or average? By adding the two numbers and then divided by 2. right? So it will return the value. Then sample obj, here is the obj, right? Object name, then obj dot get. So it will call this void get function. So it will ask the user, right? So we will see the output. So output is enter two values. I have entered 12 and 14. Then next is std cout mean value is mean obj. Now here we have called the mean obj. So in mean obj we are passing the value of object, right? Sample object, that is obj. So here it will become as obj, and then it will come here from at line number 13. So return float obj dot val1. So val1 is 12, obj dot val2 is 14. So 12 plus 14 upon 2, that is 26 upon 2. It will return you the value as 13. So it will display mean value is 13. Next program is, now we have as you already know that friend function generally we use. Why we use the friend function? To, if two classes want to share the particular function, then we will go for the friend function. Now we will see here how to use the friend function. So we have write a program where result1 and result2 are the two classes. Write a friend function which will calculate the average of test1 and test2. So friend function program I have executed with the help of online GDB compiler. So iostream is the header file, then class result2, class result1, result2 I have just declared result2, define result2. Why? Because in class result1 I will require the object as a result1. So that's why I have to first define it, otherwise compiler will give you an error. Then int m1 m2, now we have to calculate the average, okay, of test1 and test2. So for that, so to calculate the average of test1 and test2, suppose consider in result1 you have two tests and test1 marks are m1 and m2, and result2, that is test2, you have two tests again m3 and m4. So what we will do, we have to collectively calculate the average of m1, m2, m3 and m4. Okay, so now we will see. First we have to take the value from result1 m1 and m2. So void get, enter m1 and m2. So see in m1 m2, so we will enter the value of m1 and m2. Then we will just define the friend function. Okay, so friend integer average, okay, result r1 comma result r2. Then class result2 integer m3 comma m4. Then public. Okay, so here it is completed. We have result1 is get completed, and in result2 class result2 int m3 comma m4. So in public void get1, so we will take the value of m3 and m4 from the user, and again we will call the function, we will define the friend function, that is friend int average result1 r1 result2 r2. So we have used the object as r1 and r2 for result1 and result2. So same object also we can use in main function. Then we will just define the friend function. So there is no any need to write down the friend keyword. So int average result1 r1 comma result2 r2, then float average 1. So that float average 1 will calculate. Now here I have taken the float, so it will get casted by float. So float r1 dot m1. So r1 it is from result1 we have two members m1 and m2. So how you will write down r1 dot m1 plus r1 dot m2. Now from result2 we have again two members m3 and m4. So r2 dot m3 r2 dot m4 and divided by 4 because we have four numbers. Then it will display the average. Then in int main result1 result2, okay, and see r1 dot get and r2 dot get. Now in r1 dot get we will take the value of r1, we will take the value of r1 and we will take the value of m1 and m2, and in r2 we will take the value of m3 and m4. Now see, to call the friend function, then you doesn't need any object, okay, but you have to pass the object in your calling friend function. So friend function name is avg, and here we will call the two objects, right? Two objects. So that object should be, you have already declared in result1 and result2. These are the two objects. Just see here result1 r1 result2 r2. So result 1 R1, result 2 R2. So for result 1 R1 object and for result 2 R2 object. So it will call this function. So result 1 R1, R1, result 2 R2, R2 and R1 and M1. So I have entered M1, M2, 12, 14. So value of R1 dot M1 is 12, value of R2 dot M2 is 14, R2 dot M3 is 45, R2 dot M4 is 60. So average is 32.75. Now why average comes in float? Because I have written here float. If I have not mentioned here float, then average will be in integer.